Okay.
And my own wife, wow, amazing. I'm used to talking to a few guys in jail, and now I'm on almost TV, and I'm on the internet. Wow, this is amazing. I wanted to share something that's been important to me, but I didn't know how much it strikes a tone with most of you that are cradle Catholics. If you're a cradle Catholic, I assume you've been to Mass 50,000 times. You know all the readings, you know how they pertain to your life, and you keep on going. But for me, being a convert, I have rediscovered some of these things for myself, and I came across these ideas about how to use the Mass and the readings and the responsorial psalm and really explain it to people in jail. And so I wanted to share my notes about how I do that, and see if those of you who have been Catholics for a very long time think I'm online, or how close I am. But I know that I have to watch my time, so I better keep on going here. What I'm going to do for you is going to read some notes that I have. If you're interested in getting a copy of these notes, because some of the things that I say are interesting, send Vic an email or me an email, and I'd be happy to give you a copy. Okay, so here we go. I have been bringing the gospel of Jesus Christ to inmates in jails and prisons for about 8 years. I do this because everyone, inmate or not, has problems and suffering in their lives. Whether it is an inmate who has never been to church and wants to get to know Jesus Christ for the first time, or one of our brothers who needs encouragement, we all need a reminder that Jesus Christ wants to know us better and will heal our problems, whatever they may be. The daily and Sunday Mass is where we find Jesus Christ. So how does the Mass accomplish this, and how do I share this Mass information with others? I wanted to share with you how I bring the Mass to inmates in jail and prison. The next time you attend Mass, ponder this key, and you may just find a whole new level in how you get to know Jesus Christ. The first reading, the responsorial psalm, second reading, and gospel reading are successive stairs on a staircase that lifts us closer to God as we prepare ourselves to receive the Eucharist. Excuse me. The objective of the first reading is to remind us that God knows who we are, and we have the ability to choose between good and evil. How many of us in moments of despair convince ourselves that God has forgotten us, or God does not know our problems, or I am not worthy to know Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christ could not possibly help me? This first reading reminds us that God has created the entire universe. God is all-powerful, all-present, and all-knowing. And we are important. We are an important part of His creation. Even more, God wants a relationship with us. The second step is the responsorial psalm, which helps us stand up and sing hymns of praise to God for sending His Son, Jesus Christ, to help us. Even with the important message of the first reading, unless we have experienced God's love in some way before, from a healing that we've had, or from someone close to us that has helped us find Jesus Christ, the message might be very difficult for us to believe. We may not be convinced that any of this is true for us or for anyone else. The importance of the second step is to take His promise and make it real in our lives. We do this by getting up and lifting our hearts toward heaven to sing hymns of praise and thanks to God. When we sing praise to God in the midst of our despair, we are forcing ourselves to focus on God and leave our problems behind. The third step is the second reading, which provides a roadmap to keep us on track. The second reading is usually one of Paul's New Testament letters. These letters were developed as instructions to people who are having difficulty understanding the importance of faith, hope, grace, and salvation. Pause while I turn. Oops. Excuse me. Taught to us by Jesus Christ. In a world filled with Roman laws and related social and cultural rules, which challenged and were very antagonistic to how early Christians worshiped, lived, and interacted with others, it was difficult to understand the mission of Jesus Christ. Our world is often not very Christian. Jesus Christ preached the gospel and showed us his healing works for only 3 years. Yet for the next 300 years, mankind tried to kill all the followers of Jesus Christ. We need a roadmap or a guide to help us. Even though you have told me God is here with me and my heart and soul are excited about this new relationship with Jesus Christ, each of us still needs a checklist of things to review on a daily basis to make sure we are staying on track and continue to build our relationship with Jesus Christ. These rules show us how to be better Christians, how to help others, and how to stay out of trouble, and how to avoid behaviors that lead us away from Jesus Christ. The final and fourth step is the gospel reading. Notice that the first 3 steps are designed to help us as individuals become better Christians. We receive the message, first reading. The message touches our heart, responsorial psalm. We have a rule book to keep us faithful to Jesus Christ in the second reading. Now the last step is to take this new relationship with Jesus Christ and share it with others. This is where we take the gospel and share it at home, in our family, in our marriage, in our workplace, and in the community. This gospel reading helps us see the importance of being a member of the body of Jesus Christ, forming a church and going into the world to help other people. It also shows the importance of being accountable for each other. The toes must know what the foot is doing. This is a place where you're supposed to laugh at my jokes. Sorry about that. Thank you. The toes must know what the foot is doing. The body of Jesus Christ must work collectively and individually as a single person. As fellow Christians, we must help each other overcome problems, and in turn, they will help us. This emphasizes the importance of Christian fellowship in our community. Remember that all of us are at different stairs in this staircase. Praise Jesus Christ that our clergy are at the 4th step and beyond. Most of us usually get to one of these steps and stagnate because we are ensnared by the cares and riches of this world. We lose sight of Jesus Christ and forget there are other steps to climb. This is why we have daily and Sunday Mass to feed us with the Eucharist, which reminds us that Jesus Christ is waiting to strengthen us and help us get to the next step. This is also why we must go to Mass as often as possible and pray to examine our lives. We must go to confession to ask for forgiveness when we find out what is holding us back. We must pray and let Jesus Christ remove the obstacles from our lives which prevent us from knowing his great love for us. So the next time you go to Mass, ponder this short talk, and you will be amazed if you're not already amazed. And as I try and fumble here for the last page, I've got a couple of things. There we go. I hope you have enjoyed this short talk. I hope you will consider joining us as chaplains at the Placer County Jail in Auburn. Several of you have already begun or completed the application process, and others are getting involved. If you have any questions, please call me, 916-434-5087. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless all of you.